Hey all, Hertz here. Welcome back to episode 6 of the last Rail book. In the last episode, we were working on this ore patch up here and getting ore smelting working up here. So in between episodes, I finished this off. Um, there were still some things missing around. I filled in various different places. Here in this steel smelter, there were missing inserters and missing steel smelters. So I fixed that. We haven't hooked this up. I need to place another station here and hook this up to the line. But before I do that, I'm going to try and get green circuits up and running. So we're going to go up here. We're going to uh, mine this patch and the other ore patch that's right about here. Build a dedicated smelting line of 12 smelters, and then create a bus for those 12 smelters and the 8 lines coming out of iron here. And that's going to feed into green circuits somewhere right around here. Um, so there's a coal patch over here. There's this coal patch here. I'm going to use this coal patch to feed the smelters, but I may push the bus a little bit up and then use this coal patch to kind of wrap around. There's a bit of water over here. I might use that to create just a dedicated power station for steam. I'm not sure yet. We already have these two set up. I'm it's still up in the air. I gotta see how I feel once we get all of this up and running. So let's head over there. I filled up the train already in between episodes. Let me just grab a couple more belts here. And let's head over to the train. And we're going to go to the iron smelting, because that's where the car is. Uh, I just had a couple of these, the red various bits crafting so that we can get um, balancers up for the copper ore. All right. Let me quickly. Oh, let's see. We'll need that for the smelters. We'll need a bunch of miners. So that oh, I need a bunch of stone. Let me go run and grab that, and we'll churn out a bunch of those. I'm gonna we'll grab a bunch of stone here. I'm gonna churn out a bunch of stone furnaces while we can. Or while we're driving over. Okay. Grab a little bit more. Okay. all these stone miners going. I do think I want to kind of stage this again. So I will get like the iron ores mining up first, and then I'll connect this to the smelting and let that just kind of fill up so we don't shock our electrical system too bad. Uh, let's get over here. Now the copper's right up here. So this is going to take quite a bit. Oh, I might have to drop a chest for all this wood coming in. I'm gonna just get rid of that for a second. Let me just run around and grab all this junk. Get as many in there as we can, and then I'll just start switching these over. Alright, now I can start dropping miners. The miners are going to face this way over here, and the smelters are going to be kind of over in this area. So we will have to pick up a bunch more of this junk that's over here. But let me get that over here. We'll bring up the leftovers book and start placing. Oh, because I dropped all that. There. We'll let these go, and looks like that's done. Alright, so we can see the edge of this other copper that's over here. I'm going to just quickly go ahead and clean up this area. And here's that water I was talking about earlier. So I'm gonna let's get out of here first. I'm right at the point where I have to drop chest or just the wood. another round of those going out. Get there. Inventory space. Let me just create landfill with that little bit of... I should have made the stone miners. Oh well. Or stone furnaces. Okay. We still have more. What to do over here? Alright, I'm just going to bite the bullet and drop... Alright, I'll drop the chest over here. This is a little bit more visible at the moment. Oh. Doing is this. One, two, three, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay. So what I'm gonna do is put in a 16 by 16. There's a, in this Rankwist book, there is a 16 by 16 balancer. So I need at least... and then at least 4 on this side, so... there it is. Oh, a yellow bound. Ooh. Oh, I'm definitely putting that down. Okay. We have to be at least 4. I'm gonna give it just a little bit more space, just in case anything goes wrong. Okay. So now this is hooked up. We're going to hook up these miners. We're going to have to kind of... that... Now we'll be able to get over here fairly easily. Alright. Okay, go ahead. Come down here. I'm sorry, I'm just gonna... Thinking about what I'm about to do. Let's grab those. I did not mean to grab that miner, but... Alright, now I'm going to set up some electrical poles to get this all connected. Okay. Now these miners are set up. Now I'm going to need to build the smelting area I'm gonna try to make it as close to over here as possible. So I'm gonna have to give it some room. Now, let's start getting smelters put down. Smelters, I'm going to flip these because, oh, I'm going to clip them. There we go. So they're going to need several spaces. I'm not quite sure how many yet. But I'm probably going to put a walkway in here, so... I will give it several spaces, so we'll say about here. We'll do 1, 2, 3, 4. Space in between. 3, 4. Space in between. 2, 3, and 4. All right. It looks like that will be smelting. So I think I'm gonna make this bus kind of start right about here. So we'll, or at least the green circuits will start kind of in this area. The first one will be probably touching this chunk and they'll go up, so there'll be 4 going up. But I gotta see how long this kind of pseudo bus is gonna be. So, let's look back in the car and see if there's anything else to dump here. Those. I'm gonna grab this stone brick and just see. Well, I guess this side won't have a path around it. Didn't quite consider that when I was placing everything. I'm not going to change it. Alright. Let's let the robots do their work here until they're finished. I mean, I need belt and inserters, nothing new. Okay. Looks like all we're missing is, yep, just belt and inserters. We have enough stone furnaces, and we have enough power poles. So, belt and inserters. And it's a ton of inserters. I'm gonna go back, grab those things. I might save finishing that off for the in-between episode bit, because it's just gonna be me standing there letting robots place belts and inserters. I think we've all seen that. What I am gonna do now is work on putting down this station behind behind steel. Sorry. Oh yeah, I dumped all that. Yeah, there's a dump chest. I forgot about that. With all the wood. I'm gonna need to dump more wood, looks like. Because I need to clean up this area. Get you cleaned up to at least, I don't know, maybe about there. Alright, let's get the rest of this. We are going to need to clean up this area. Because this is where all the belts are going to go for steel. I guess I'll go to there. Now all we need to do for steel is get the station set up and get a mining outpost. A rail mining outpost for steel. Which will then allow us to make steel ASAP. But don't want to get too far ahead of myself. The current priority. I'm going to do this one again. Let's see. Yeah, that's about centered. Okay, steel station is set up. I am getting a little sidetracked here, but I realized that I had this whole rail car full of rail and of belt, and kind of forgot about it. I'm just gonna dump those just to dump them. We'll need a 8-wide balancer here. I will try to put this, I'll try to line that one straight up. Let's do that. Let's downgrade. Oh, I didn't mean to do that. I meant to go to red. Alright, let's try that again. Oh, dude. I did not realize I was out of undergrounds. So I'm gonna have to kind of give up on that real quick. I will come back with undergrounds in a bit. Okay, but we're heading back to base. I've got a few things to pick up, mainly inserters, yellow underground belts. I mean, I need to re-up basically all of my yellow belts. I'm gonna need a ton of them to create this little bus up there. Um, I need to continue working away on making red belts for balancers. It's a ton of inserters. We need all of the inserters we can get. Just quick run those up, but we'll need a few more. I'm not going to replace the rail yet. We're kind of on a different mission. We need a whole bunch of belts. And then a whole bunch more belts. We need the different types of... I just need to re-up the undergrounds. That seems to usually be about right for splitters, but I need a whole bunch more of the splitters for the yellow belt. Alright, I need to continue to get this garbage out of my inventory. So... these poles I'll take. Usually run with 200 of them. Same thing with these. Another spot. We'll just make a bunch more. I'm just gonna leave and head out here. I don't have a lot of circuits. Let's take another one of those. And I'll take as many as inserters as I can. As much belts as I can. Because I know this build is crazy big. Alright. Let's head back up there. I did leave some things in the vehicle up there. We will kind of jump out and head up. I keep on forgetting that I can grab stuff out of the train from outer space. That might prove helpful up here. So, as you can see, these are going to come. Oh, they could even come this way. And then the iron goes this way. Oh, maybe we do that. This all just goes, kind of just missing the bottom of the copper here. I'm gonna have to think about that. Think if that'll actually work. If I mean, if we just go out here and the line just goes here and stops. As long as we can get all of these lines fed. So this will probably be like 1, 2, 3, 4. Then these can just go straight out. Oh, it looks like I need to bring some landfill with me. Let me quickly look at that. Yeah, I don't have any available right here. And I don't want to take like too much with me. That would probably be overkill by a large margin. But okay, let's head back out there. Looks like we're missing some lights up here. It makes it really easy to fill in your lights at nighttime. Let me just look here one more time. I don't think we have any, far away. Nothing is missing over here. I don't think here either. Okay, I just wanted to make sure. All right. So, I'm gonna look. I left the landfill. I'm gonna need to grab the car anyway because we need to pick up a bunch of stuff around here. Looks like I took too many inserters. It's kind of funny. Let's put those in there. I don't need the miners anymore, so I'll put those in there with them. This landfill. Where? Landfill that bit there. Alright, so. Let me quick kind of lay out what I think the end of the bus will need to be able to accommodate. It's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4. That is 16. It's 20 lanes. So those will be the copper. These 8 will be the iron. And then from this side of it, I think what I'm going to do is just do, yes, green circuits, this version 2 of it. So when you drop version 1, then you use this upgrade planner on the entire thing, and it will make version 2. And then you use this upgrade planner on the entire thing, and it'll make it version 3. Then you use this upgrade planner, and it'll make it version 4. And then you have to pick it up and drop it to get the beaconed version. I'm not going to do this. I highly doubt I'll do this anywhere in the base. But that's generally the tile that you're working off of for the V1. So, I'm going to do V2. But there's something kind of specific about how I build my bases. So if you look here, there's on the right hand side, there's 4 spaces. That's for a path. And then you'll see constant combinators in front of each of the lanes going in. The item that's in that constant combinator is the single full belt item that should go inside of that lane. And what I also try to do is only have full lanes going into the belt. If I need to fill like one side of a lane with one material and one side of a lane with the other material, I'm going to do that on the other side of the path. So that'll be in the blueprint. You'll just do full lanes into the factory, and then they'll get combined in a way that the factory requires it once they're on the other side of the path. Um, that's kind of one of the improvements I've made over Nilaus's books, or his designs in the Base in a Book, because like being handed a blueprint it's kind of hard to know that, oh, hey, on this side we needed, you know, red circuits and green circuit on this side of the belt, red circuits, this side of the belt, green circuits. It's hard to know that. Um, First, because he doesn't have the constant combinators there. And sometimes what side of the belt it's on matters. Um, so, uh, I've fixed that by switching that around. So, so if you have to, so it would happen on this side. So here's where the path is going to go. All that stuff would happen on this side. So you can keep on moving the base back this way. It doesn't really matter uh, if your factory build is, 3 chunks or 4 chunks long. That rarely matters in the bus in general. Um, and now this is just a side mini bus, but you know, all the all the bases are all the factories. I keep on saying base instead of factory. Like I refer to this as a factory, right? This is a green circuit factory. A base is this, making all the things, or this is a base, like making all the things you can make is at at that tech level. So this base is going to go and do all of the tech levels. The goal of this is to have all tech done in that base, and we'll use the mall there to feed the Spidertrons to build the next base. Now, real quickly, I had, yeah, there they are. I'm gonna have to carry all this stuff around with me, but I had a bunch more of these level 2 assemblers. Alright, now, what am I missing here? It's just the constant combinators. Now, most factories, if they're on a bus, they're going to take items in one direction and then they're going to come back from the same direction that they came from. That's most of the time, except this time, where the station for the rail station for the green circuits is going to be back over here. So I'm going to have to reverse this bus, or these 2 lanes that are the outputs for the green circuits. So I'm going to do that real quick. So I'm going to just hand place all these backwards. And then I'm going to place the belt. Alright. That looks pretty good. Now I can just deconstruct this. And now let's place the belt in the opposite direction. I'm just going to put those 2 extra so you can see that that's the output on that side. Okay, and so we're going to need 4 of these, so let me just quick make a copy. I'm going to paste these 4 apart. I don't really foresee Roboports being here, but I don't know. Who knows? We've got plenty of space down here since this isn't on our, like, near our bus or anything, our base. Okay. So those are those 4. I'm gonna just grab the rest of the belt down here because We're going to need it. Looks like I should have grabbed a lot more undergrounds. And splitters. So I'm missing hundreds. So this is on here. It's just about. I'm going to be able to recover a lot of this belt. I just want to get this down so we can see what this is going to look like. Alright, I'm just going to sit here and place the rest of these. Our time is coming to an end here. We're at almost an hour. I'm just going to continue building out this section of the base. I'm going to put down some stone brick little sidewalks and stuff like that. When we come back, what we're going to do is build out the rail station over here and connect it down here so it can dump green circuits right here. And then we're going to work. I'm going to set probably a placeholder for oil. And then after oil is the mall that goes right about here. I want to get the mall up as quickly as possible so I don't have to keep running back to the jumpstart base. And then after the mall is up, we're going to start blue science and probably military science. So thanks everybody for picking up what I'm putting down. We'll see you all next time on episode 7 of The Last Rail Book.